Doja Cat just released a new single with Saweetie called Best Friend, a pluck guitar beat with some bouncy drums. I have broken down how this beat was made, and today I'll show you how you can apply the techniques used in this song to your beats. With that said, let's begin. As always, I'll break this beat down into 3 parts: the melody, the drums, and the arrangement and effects. So let's start with the melody. This is what the pluck guitar looks like in the piano roll, so as always, let's figure out which chord is hidden behind this beat. This beat is in the A minor scale at 188 BPM, by the way. If we take the notes played in this melody and paste them together, we can see that this melody is happening inside of an E minor chord, only that the top note is played an octave lower. This is called inversion, and it doesn't change the chord. This is still called an E minor. The notes outside of this pattern are passing notes, meaning that they're not part of our chord E minor. We use them to keep the melody interesting. So the first thing we need to keep in mind is choose a minor chord. Now let's see where to place our notes. This is Best Friend's pattern simplified to hit on just one note. Like this, it's easy to see that we want our notes to play on every single beat and add a few extra notes in the end. So that's the second thing we need to keep in mind: notes on every beat. Going back to our melody, it's clear that this melody starts in the middle, then goes up, down, and then back to the middle. So that's the third thing: movement up, down, and back. So to recreate this, first add a minor scale to the piano roll. Then choose a minor chord. In this case, it's G minor. Then add notes in pretty much every beat that have this movement: middle, down, up, and back to the middle. I will also add these extra low notes in the end for variation. For the sound selection, I will use a bell instead of a pluck, since I don't want to make an exact copy of this beat. This is what that sounds like. I will also add another bell layer on top of this one to make the pattern feel fuller. I will use the Dream Bell preset on Citrus. Lastly, I'll add this vocal chop on the drop. On the intro, Best Friend also adds an 808 to keep the energy high, so for that, simply use the lower notes from our chords and arrange them like this. I will add a free download link in the description if you want to use this melody, by the way. This is what we have so far. Now that we have the melody, let's move on to the drums. For the drums, we want 6 things. We already have the 808, so now let's add a kick that hits when the 808 does. Hi-hats on every 2 steps with rolls at the end of the bar and before the clap hits. Clap on 2 and 4. And lastly, a perk. Use it to add bounce to the progression like this. Lastly, for the arrangement, there are pretty much only 2 stages to this beat: melody and drums, so for a little variation, I will add an automated low-pass filter in the intro. Before I play the final beat, if you want to download the melody loop I made in this video, there's a free download link in the description. I upload a beat breakdown every Wednesday and Friday, so if you want more of this, subscribe, and as always, see ya. Also, I just released a new free trap loop kit called Paperboy Volume 1. I will release a new one every month and send it to the people in my mailing list, so if you want that for free, there's a download link in the description.